Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to College Park, Maryland, SECU Stadium, better known as the Snake Pit and home of the Terps. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the USC Trojans, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Maryland Terrapins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Terrapins ready to get this thing started and open the season. And he's not going to take the touchback. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Cardi. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
It's a really nice job out there making the catch. I feel like fans are always expecting one of these Trojan receivers to be in the conversation for being best in the country, right? Because of the success they've had in the past and certainly in more recent years. There's a lot of pressure to play that position now at the Coliseum and at USC, but this guy right here, he has been making his mark on this offense.
Looking to throw on first down. He's going to let it go. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
That's what players call a 7 route, and that receiver ran it to perfection.
The Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Cardi. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
He leaves it with his back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. They start the season in the top 5, prime position to make a run. But what's the biggest danger there, Jesse?
Well, they need to avoid complacency. Top 5 tells me you've got potential. You were a good team a year ago. You got a lot of talent. But there's going to be a lot of really tough games on the schedule this year, David. So why not start early right here in week 1 and come shooting out of the cannon?
Shooting out of the cannon with a start that everybody gets to look at, see how good you are. And that first impression is really big, right? Like, you can start climbing quickly and really get a high marks in people's heads if you can start the season on a great note.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Touchdown USC! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established.
Oh, they block it. He picks it up. That's a live ball. The 50, the 40, the 20, the 10. He takes it the distance, and you can give him 2.
I love the effort by the field goal unit. They don't just take the play off. They don't hang their heads. They rush the extra point. Look at that. Get their hand up, get a paw on it, pick it up, and take it all the way back for 2 points and gain some momentum for this defense.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Quarterback making adjustments. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time late in the season. And we talked to the coaches coming in, right? Like, they knew they were going to see the option. But the speed is so much faster in the game, and the offense does a really good job getting it to the pitch man pretty quickly, making that read and making a play early in this football game.
Zings it complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans!
If you're laser focused on defense and you're dialed into the quarterback and you're breaking on the football when he throws, you get a lot of tips, you get a lot of deflections, and then it just happens to bounce to your guy, and your guy does the rest, takes it all the way back to the house. Big play by this defense.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Throwing on the run. Brings it down on the right side. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Let's take a minute to talk about Maryland. What an offseason in the recruiting department, reeling in a top 10 class, and you got to think that's going to help.
Man, yeah, it's just nice when you get some recruiting and some excitement, right? Get a top 10 class. You know the talent is really, really good. The young talent pushes the older talent, Jesse, and it just makes the squad obviously so much better.
And with that top 10 class, David, they really feel like they were able to reload the roster, and they think they've got some impact freshmen in this class as well. Can't wait to see what they do today.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He'll try to do it himself. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Past the sticks, and he may get more. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
And for a draw play to be successful, it's not just the quarterback that has to sell pass, but also the offensive line. The tackles really letting their defensive ends rush upfield, guards and centers passing their guys off at the last second, and then running down the field trying to get hats on hats in the second level. Beautiful execution.
They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
Timeout, USC.
The Terrapins had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Snapped it in the shotgun. Steps away. Touchdown, Terrapins! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in games.
He was looking for some running room, and not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Start this drive from the 18-yard line. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Makes the quick grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the catch on the left. Off and running. At the 20. Touchdown, Trojans. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And he's going to bring this one out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. A run for the quarterback. A solid run there as he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Bringing the heat. Brought down at the 16-yard line, and that will likely bring out the punt team. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. And the Terrapins will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
And the Trojans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll move the tight end. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. They've got the screen set up. There he goes. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. The home team is just getting blown off the field right now, and at this rate, I'm not sure it won't get worse. The Horned Frogs offensively are slicing through that D like a hot knife through butter. This looks personal out there today. They're trailing by 21 to TCU. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Changing on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
He's got an open man. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. The Terrapins want to crank the tempo.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver going in motion. The give to the back. Got enough for the first. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. He's now up to 70 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. And the Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Gets it out fast. Push down for the tackle.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Terrapins are in the red zone. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Maryland! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
27, Maryland, 16.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading.
Turning it on. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. And the legendary John McKay would be proud of the execution of the running game and picking up the first down.
Yeah, the basic principles of the run game, right? The easy stuff, the boring stuff, not fancy, not loved. Everybody likes points and all that other, stuff that goes with it, but you got to get the good running game. USC doing a good job early.
Looking downfield on first down. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got the quick pass. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the miscue, 1st and 15 for this offense. They'll run it from the gun. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Good timing on the quick out. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Quickly to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
The Trojans need to pick it up on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll take the deep shot. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat.
That's how you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll try the run. Got the first down and still on his feet. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Makes the catch. Slipping, sliding, dancing his way down to the 32. And the Terrapins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, running back on the move. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The Terrapins are facing third and inches. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. It's reverse. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections. But the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does, you knock it dead. And a lot of times for a loss and put the offense in a bind.
And the Terrapins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Fighting off the defender. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a third and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Quarterback may change this route. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got him downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. Just going to keep it after the snap. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Looking downfield very late in the half. It's complete to the right. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Timeout, Maryland.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime.
Here we go.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll go to the ground. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Trojans will kick it away to start the second half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll move the wide receiver. Trying play action. Pocket breaking down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And you see this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Makes the grab. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these 3rd downs present themselves.
He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. A full dive to haul that one in. It is plays like that that'll let you pile up some serious passing yards.
Man, what an effort. I mean, the layout to be able to catch the football, keep it off the ground. Nice job by this receiver, and that's why this quarterback's had a day. Guys making plays all over the field.
The Trojans have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they get...
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Nice job by this defense, man. Playing aggressive, playing physical, taking away the easy stuff on the perimeter. Nice job rushing the quarterback, bringing more bodies near the line of scrimmage, getting the sack, and forcing the 3rd down and goal.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. intercepted to stop the threat. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
To the ground with the back. Gets him away from trouble. That's a pickup of 6. Mark it at the 10.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Terrapins can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll give it to the back. Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
The Terrapins come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Good quickness to grab it off the balance. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. A serendipitous turn of events off the deflection, and they turn it into a first down.
And sometimes it's just going to be your day. And sometimes those bounces go your way. And he does right here. I mean, it's a nice job by the defense getting a hand on the football, but the ball bounces to the wide receiver. He makes the play and gets the first down.
Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And the Terrapins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to the tailback. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
The Terrapins come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Unloads it left. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down. And the Terrapins send out the punt unit.
On to punt it away.
Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped.
USC offense will take over 1st and 10.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, USC. My goodness, he is putting on a laser show right now. Liner, Palmer, Pat Hayden, Marinovich, you name it. These guys are going to be looking up at this dude.
Just spinning the bean all over the yard, and that's why you come to USC. Those names you mentioned, and you know that ball's going to be in your hands. You get to go make plays, and he is doing exactly that.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. The home team is just getting blown off the field right now, and at this rate, I'm not sure it won't get worse. The Horned Frogs offensively are slicing through that D like a hot knife through butter. This looks personal out there today. They're trailing by 21 to TCU. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Leaves it with the running back. Found just enough running room. He picks up 4 to the 15.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Just a short pass to the tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
On first down from their own 22. Now the pitch. Past the first down marker and still running. It's a seam wide open. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
Really nice read that time by the quarterback in the option. He had the ball out on the perimeter. He saw his pitch guy open. Nobody accounting for him. So you flip it to him quickly. Nice, accurate pitch out in front of him. Easy catch. And then he's able to do the rest. Look at the speed that time on the perimeter by the pitchman. Picking up a massive gain for this offense.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on loop, Jesse. Just another good run. Another good run. Another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off all his skills today.
Second down, they'll go to the air. A shot toward the end zone. He's got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. A designed run for the quarterback. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Terrapins!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that two-point conversion.
And he's not going to take the touchback. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. The give to the lone running back. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back. He's looking at his playlist. And he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Off play action. It's complete on the right side. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Woo, that defender just laid the wood. As soon as that guy caught the ball, there he was. Bam! Clean hit for a minimal gain.
You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for the big play. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Trojans will send out the punt unit. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down 48. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Grab near the sticks. It's Darnold. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. The Terrapins want to pick up the tempo. They go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's complete to the left. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
Fires toward the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Lets it go to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Non-man receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Now facing a 3rd and long. End off from the shotgun. Almost got to the sticks on 3rd down. Able to pick up 6, but they're looking at a 4th and 1. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Maryland! Lead in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but, man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the moment. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. The give to the back. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get Hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have two hands on it this drive.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. It's complete. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Wants to fire on second down. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window if the intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll run play action. He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it along the sideline. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Trojans!
Well, the quarterback does a great job with his decision-making. He found the matchup he wanted one-on-one. His tight end's able to stretch the field. He makes the catch, and he does the rest of the work himself, running it into the end zone.
Lining up for the PAT. Oh, they blocked the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished the drive with a 64-yard scoring toss.
Maryland, 31.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the left. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. First down for this offense. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking left. Got his man. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. fire. Here's a throw downfield late. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Just keep slinging it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Now he's looking into the middle. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Stopped at the 16 after the interception, and that return has them in business.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. They'll leave it with him. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Let's see if both sides are content to just let this half run out. The offense takes a knee. Defense still has all 3 timeouts. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the